So, all these different things, different problems that we see, there's only one thing that we should look at, is that how can we make all these little issues go away? Or how can we benefit ourselves by learning these different modalities? And that's why I share some of these informations with people. And number one, the first thing that I always offer people is to understand 5 different elements. What are 5 different elements that we can benefit our body from? Let's put it this way. Let's say that you're unbalanced. Unbalanced in psychologically, unbalanced in hormone, unbalanced in your muscle problems. Let's say that you are having pain on your chest. Let's say that you're having pain in your heart or your liver or your kidneys. Let's say that you cannot go to sleep. Let's say that you cannot walk. Let's say that you cannot raise your arms. See, depends on what kind of problems that we have. That really determines which doctor that you have to see or where you have to go. What you can begin helping that pain. But in the Oriental medicine way, our approach is so simple. It's within one of the 5 things that we blame on. Number one thing that we blame on is our energy. When you study Oriental medicine or when you talk to a lot of different healers based upon Oriental medicine, almost everybody will talk about energy. Yet, we still do not understand what energy is all about. We don't know where the energy is coming from. We don't know how to utilize it. We don't know how to promote it. We don't know exactly what is causing that energy. Yet, we use that word every single day. You know, like, I feel bad energy today, or, it's bad or good energy that I feel and that I see from the person or whatever. Energy, energy, energy. Without energy, we cannot survive. And that's the number one thing that we usually have to understand that makes a great difference in your health. Number 2 is your nerve system. Think about it. And energy and nerve system actually work very close to each other. If you have bad energy, when I say bad energy means disconnected or troubled. Energy is just like your blood or lymph. It has to circulate within your whole body. If it gets disconnected, the first thing that you're going to feel is on the nerve part. You will have a lot of different, maybe numbness, tingling, or sometimes not being able to move certain areas. And that's your nerve, number 1. So that's what you need to understand. We can work with the energy or the nerve. Think about it. When your energy is not really flowing and your nerve is having trouble, chances are the first thing that you will actually see the difference is your muscle. Because number one, you won't be able to use your muscles, or the activities of your muscles will be very much restricted. And what's causing all of that also is because of your blood system. When you have an issue with your blood circulation, number 1, your body will be colder than normal because that warm blood is not reaching down there or the certain parts. How can we tell whether you have good blood circulation or not? Very, very simple. Touch your tummy with your hand, with your bare hand. And if you feel your tummy, around your heart, is warmer than your hand, that means you have a lack of circulation. What does that mean? That means your hands are colder than your tummy around your heart, correct? And when you have that warm blood pumped throughout your whole body, circulating properly, then you should have warm hands.
Are you saying it stops here? And not
Not really your tummy area at lower belly, but around your heart, around your stomach. Yes. If you touch with your bare hands, and if you feel that your chest is much warmer than your hands, that means you have lack of circulation. And when I say lack of circulation, is this: if your hands are cold, I am definitely sure that your toes are cold as well. That's lack of circulation. And when those two places are cold, plus your dantian area, your lower stomach, it will be also cold. And that is actually number one symptom, number one sign of having lack of circulation. You can also look at it the other way around. If you can warm up your hands and feet, which will also help you to promote circulation. What does that mean? Let's put it this way. You have to understand one thing. When we say circulation, it means what? Moving. And when you say lack of circulation, means what? Not moving. Why is the blood not moving? Because there's a blockage. Because there is a problem which is restricting your blood from moving around. And number one thing is that the road, the vein and artery, the road, or small, very small blood vessels, which are, your blood vessels are very, very tiny and very narrow. Yet, if your blood is thick enough, or if your blood contains the particles, which is bigger than those tiny little blood vessels, cannot go through it. So when we look at the circulation, we look at all that. It boils down to that fact. Number one, you have a lot of impurities in your blood, which is bigger than your small blood vessels. Number two, your blood is very thick. It's so thick that it's having a hard time going through each and every single small roads. Such as if you have a big car, you cannot drive on the small country road because your tires are wider than the road. So that's basically what we're talking about. So let's say that you're heating those areas up and you are expanding those blood vessels, and also at the same time, if the cold blood gets warmed up, guess what? They break from each other. Just like fatty tissues. When you have, let's put it this way, when you heat up bacon, what do you get? What do you get out of the bacon? The fat. And in a form of what? Liquid. Right? And then if you take the heat away, what happens to that fat that you got out? It sticks again. Exactly the same. Believe it or not. Our body fat is exactly the same way. Our blood is exactly the same way. So by heating those areas up, you are expanding the blood vessels, and number two, you're also melting down, which means creating a whole lot more activities in your blood. So that's why you promote that circulation for your...
When you get rid of that.
Well, not really getting rid of that.
Well, the body takes care of it.
Exactly. We make it flow, which means we're giving that a chance by going through the system so your organs can take care of the main issues. If you have the healthy organs, your body is designed naturally to get rid of all these impurities out of your body. When we say impurity, means the particles and the things which will not benefit your body. So we need that out. And next one, after the organ, is your bone. Think about your body without bones. What could make the difference in our lives? A lot. If your body bone is affected, then you cannot really have a good health. So just look at this, the energy, the nerve endings, and your muscles, and your organs, and your bones. They have to work in a harmonious manner for you to have well-being in your life. And these are 5 elements that you should think about. And each and every one of these 5 elements is very, very important. Without one, you cannot expect to have another one.